80% winning trades, but hi, it's Charlie giving you today's video. So what's this video all about? Well, I was just told this story just the other day about a trader, so to speak, who's been trading. So this he documented all of his transactions on a public forum for for tax purposes actually, and during the previous tax year, he had done a total of 574 trades, of which 460, so that's the total trades, 460 were winning trades, and the remainder, 114, were losses, giving around an 80% win rate there. However, and this is where it gets interesting, and this is where I talk about this sort of stuff all of the time with what retail traders get up to. So, a great win rate. However, his winners resulted in net gains or total profits of £84,000, roughly £84,000 on 460 wins, but his losses netted minus £149,000. So although he'd had far fewer losing trades, they were so much bigger, resulting in a net loss of £64,000. Now this is so typical of what goes on. Why? Why does this happen? Because it's the age-old thing of traders, as we say, they run their losing trades and bank their winning trades too soon. So the reality is he's got lots of winners because he's banked the profits on the wins, but those far fewer losing trades relative to the amount of winning trades he has by far outnumbers in total the amount of loss there, giving him an overall net loss here. So we get told this all of the time, that traders, and the reality is probably a lot, why is he having such bigger losers than his wins? Who knows in the technicals of this, because he doesn't talk about all of that. This is for tax purposes. But if he uses stop losses, if he is using stop losses orders, then he is obviously placing trades with a wide stop, and that will get you a high win rate if you've got a wide stop. So if you're getting in up here, so you can afford for your trade to come underwater quite a lot. If you've got a very wide stop, you might be hundreds and hundreds of points your stop loss, but then as soon as it comes into a bit of profit, you bank. So relative to the size of your stop loss down here, it's a very small amount, and so that relative to the size of the stop loss, so you can merrily be going along like he was with an 80% win rate, banking lots of the winners, but then on those ones that do come all the way down to the stop loss, he has a much bigger loss. And so overall, he ends up losing money, or ended up losing money. So what's the moral of this story here today? It's, please use stop losses, and if you've got a strategy you can have strategies, plenty of strategies out there with high win rates, which actually have an inverted risk reward ratio. And that's fine if you're trading a mechanical strategy that way. If the numbers stack up, that's fine. It'll work. But more often than not, what's actually happening is, like this chap is either using very wide stops down here relative to his entries, and so his risk reward is ultra inverted. So he might be risking, let's say, 10 to make 2, so ultra inverted. Or he's not using stops at all, and then therefore he's just trading on emotion, and there's a point where after his entry on the ones that don't go up, that it goes down far enough where he then says, right, that's it, I'm coming out. And so ultimately that's what happens. We see this all of the time. We get the data from brokers. We see it all the time. Just check out my video from just a week ago where I was talking about the net positions on the euro dollar, and that the traders who were long were underwater 300 pips on average. And so because they don't use stops and they get long, the market carries on going down, and they end up bailing out or blowing up their accounts, whatever. So the moral of the story is, please look at your risk to rewards. It's fine to have an inverted risk to reward ratio, but if it's mechanically been back tested so you might have an 80% win rate, but you're following a methodical, mechanical approach, and it might be that, I don't know, for every pound that you risk, the winners give you 80 cents, whatever. They give you 80. That'll still work with a risk with an 80% win rate. But if you're risking a pound or a dollar here, but on your winners you're only banking 20, that's going to be way too inverted. So most of the time though, people aren't even doing that. They're trading on gut feel, emotions, and what they tend to do then is hold on to their losing trades that much longer, because for a lot of the time they don't even use stop losses, and it's only when the trade becomes so painful that they end up finally closing, and like this chap, ultimately they can have a high win rate but overall lose money. So if you know a trader like that, please talk to them. Try to talk them out of trading that way, because it doesn't pay. That's my video for today. I'll see you at the weekend.